Hi folks, before we get into today's video, I just wanted to drop in and say thank you to you all for the support you've given me, particularly on this London mini-series that I've been making. It's been a lot of fun to do, lots of interesting different foods, some good, some not so good, but it's been really good to see how much people have engaged with that content. Anyway, I'm not going to hold you up too much. Today's video is the last in that London mini-series, and we're off to a steakhouse called Flatiron, and it's in London Waterloo. Let's go take a look.
So here I am. I managed to sit outside, which is quite nice. It's not the warmest day in the world, but it's not raining and it's nice and fresh, so better than being indoors. I like sitting outside. You can see the world go by a little bit more. And this part of London, there's a lot of people mooching around, so it's quite interesting just to sit and take it all in. So, onto the menu. A fairly simple menu. They do have some specials as well inside, but the whole menu fits on this little piece of paper. So you've got a flat iron steak, which is £14. They will cook it however you want it cooked. That's just the price for the steak by itself. Then you have a variety of sides, none of which are ridiculously overpriced. Beef dripping chips for £4, for example. Cream spinach, £3.50. And the sauces, they've got béarnaise, peppercorn, and a homemade smoked chilli mayo, just £1 each. Now I've gone for béarnaise. That is by far my favourite steak sauce. I absolutely love it. Nice and creamy, all that tarragon in there. Really looking forward to that. With my steak, which I've ordered rare, we'll see how rare it comes out. I don't mind if it's even still mooing, to be honest. I like my steak really, really rather rare. And I've gone with the beef dripping chips and also a side salad. Because, you know, got to have something healthy, haven't you? And just a glass of water, no beer today either. Being a good boy. A nice little touch here. When they seat you, they bring you over some table water without even having to ask for it, which is nice. And also this little cup filled with popcorn. Now this is cooked in the beef dripping they use for the chips, so that should be really tasty. I'm going to give that a try now. So here it is, served in a nice little tin cup, the sort of thing you'd take camping with you, I guess. Nice popcorn, nicely puffed up. It's got a nice flavour. I'm not sure you can tell it's beef dripping popcorn particularly. There's nothing especially beefy about it, but it's kind of got a nice buttery feel. It's just something to munch on while they're waiting for you to cook the steak, or while you're waiting for them to cook the steak. They're not waiting for me to cook the steak, are they? So what can I tell you about Flatiron? Well, it's a little chain of steakhouses throughout London. I think they're only in London, or maybe they got one in Manchester, somewhere like that. I'll put the link to their website down below in the description, so you'll be able to see exactly where they are. But there's a number of them throughout London. The one I'm at is on a road called The Cut, which is just outside Waterloo Station. I did go to the one in Covent Garden earlier on today because I wanted to film there, but it was really busy. There was a queue out the door and no outside seating. So I thought, well, we'll come down to the Waterloo one. It's not too far away. And you know what? Seating outside. Inside's not even full, but I chose to sit outside. Why not? So at least I'm in. That's the main thing. But they're well known for doing low cost, good steak meals. Like I say, if you just wanted steak and chips without a sauce, you can get that for £17.50, which I think is a fairly good price in London. This place, like I say, specialising in steak, should be really good. This particular branch of Flatiron is situated on the road called The Cut, which, like I say, is not far from Waterloo Station, literally a 5-minute walk from here. Opposite the Young Vic Theatre, if anyone knows where that is. And it's not that far away from a place I reviewed not so long ago. It's the Bankside Cafe, which is probably about 400 yards behind me. So really, really good central location and a nice place to stop if you've got a little bit of time before you catch a train. Why sit in the train concourse eating a disappointing sandwich? Wander down the road 5 minutes, get yourself a steak for dinner. And it's just arrived, so take a closer look at it. Right, I think that food looks incredible, don't you? I guess some people are going to say the meat is on the rare side for them, and I understand that. That's just how I like it. If you like it more well done, they'll cook it more well done. The cutlery here is really interesting. I'm not sure you should be let loose on the streets of London with one of them, but at least if anyone comes to try and take my camera, I can sort them out. So we got the steak here, nicely cooked, all cut into nice thin strips for me. Seems to be reasonably well rested, a tiny little bit of juice leaking out onto this board. We've got the béarnaise sauce here, just in a little pot. Green salad, which looks pretty interesting, different kind of mixed leaves. There's micro greens across the top of it as well, and these chips too. So where are we going to start? Let's start with a chip. So these look really nicely cooked. They're fries, but they're cooked in beef dripping. What's not to like? Really crispy. That flavour you only get from beef dripping fries too. Wow. That is a really, really good fry. They're seasoned with salt. They're nicely fluffy in the middle. And I gotta say, that outside of that fry is really crisp and so delicious. Oh, these are the best fries I've had in a long time.
How is everything?
It is great so far. The fries are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, they're so good, right? Enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you. I've got to say the service here is really attentive too. Just eating my fries. My servers come over to check everything is okay if I need anything else. They've been great since I got here. The guy who brought out my plate was again checking in, making sure I had everything I needed. Did I want another drink? No pressure, not trying to upsell particularly. He was more than happy when I said I'm good with the water. So yeah, really, really happy with this so far. Let's have a little look at this salad. So like I say, it's a really interesting kind of looking one. It's got a light kind of creamy dressing on the top. Like I say, all these little microgreens in there. Oh, there's peas. Actual peas in the salad. Tiny little green peas. That's pretty cool. I like peas, so that's a nice little surprise. Let's give it a try. There's some kind of seeds in here as well. Wow. That's a very interesting little side salad. Those microgreens almost have an aniseedy taste. The salad's got this nice dressing on it. Not overly dressed, just enough to coat the leaves. The little seeds in there, they kind of look like pumpkin seeds, but they're green. So I don't know what they are. And then those little peas as well in there. It's not often you're going to find me raving about a side salad. That dressing has a little bit of vinegar in there. Nice and creamy. Because you've got the leaves, because you've got the seeds, because you've got the peas, there's different textures. There's a tiny little bit of crunch from the seeds, a little bit of bite in those peas, and crunch from the salad leaves. Side salads are often just an afterthought, aren't they? But this has been really well thought out.
Amazing. Give me 14.
Do you know what? I really like that. I'll tell you what, if I was given that salad with a few croutons and a bit of chicken on top or whatever, that would be a really, really good lunch. Wow, that's good. Okay, let's move on to this steak. Now, as I said, I know this is going to be too rare for some people. But each to their own with steak, isn't it? That's why they give you the range of options. If you like it rare, you get it rare. If you like it more well done, get it well done. Not too well done, because then you've ruined it. But it's each to their own, isn't it? Here is mine, basically just seared. Seasoned nicely on the outside. That's like butter. That is so soft and tender, it melts in your mouth almost. Wow. I gotta tell you, I went to a market in France not that long ago. When was that? Last autumn maybe, in the Les Halles de Narbonne in southwestern France, and I got a steak frite there from this little place in the market. This steak is almost as good as that one. I think that one cost me about 20 euros with fries and a little salad, so not a dissimilar price to this. That's lovely. I think they've seasoned it before they've seared it, and then they've added salt on top afterwards as well, just to make sure you get enough seasoning on there. That's cracking. I haven't tried the béarnaise sauce yet, have I? So, it's only a small pot, not like a big jug of it for you to pour over, but there's food served on a board, so it wouldn't really work being able to pour over it. But it's a nice thick consistency of sauce. Now this should be... Whoops, your menu's flying away. That's not very good, is it? Let's put that down there out the way. So this should be nice and creamy, a good whack of tarragon hopefully, and it should really complement the flavour of this steak. Wow. These are approving noises, by the way. Not a lot of talking, just noises of approval. That is lovely and creamy. You pick up that tarragon flavour straight away. It's a little buttery. Wow. That's so good. I'll tell you what. You can go to a top-end steak place, can't you? You can get a more expensive cut of steak than this, for sure. And not get as good quality. And that's going to set you back, what, 30, 40 quid more, possibly? This whole meal is going to cost me less than 25 quid. Wow. It's not fancy, it's unpretentious, that's for sure. But what I will say is it fits the brief of what I want when I'm eating something like this. Simple ingredients, treated with care and love and attention. I don't need that knife. They've sliced the steak for me. And there's no need to cut it into any smaller portions, because it just melts in your mouth. Yeah. Do you know what? This is a good find. Do you know what I think might be even better as well? Beef dripping chip, dipped in béarnaise sauce. I was right. That's a winner. I should have ordered 2 of these sauces. I know I keep harping on about it, but this combination is just exceptional. The steak with that béarnaise sauce, I mean, look how thick it is clinging to the steak here. The flavour is just incredible. I love that tarragon flavour. I like it with chicken, I like it with beef. And that slightly aniseedy hit, isn't it? It sort of makes it stand out from other herbs. I could happily sit in a bath of that béarnaise sauce. Give me a whole baguette, a couple of these steaks and a bath of béarnaise sauce, and come back in a couple of days. I have to tell you, I am super impressed with that food. The steak was excellent and only £14. The chips, £3.50 I think, were they, or £4, something like that. The salad as well. Goodness me, the flavours in that salad were exceptional. I'm going to get the bill, settle up, and we'll sum it up afterwards. I think you know what's coming though. Just when I thought this place couldn't get any better, I went to pay the bill and they gave me a little token in the shape of one of those knives. Basically, when you leave, you pop back into the restaurant and they give you a free ice cream. So not only have I got a good value steak dinner, free dessert. Right guys, so how good was that? Oh, One of the highlights of my trip to London, that one. The steak, wow. Chips, wow. Salad even. I mean, who on earth would expect to see Greeno going nuts over a side salad? But it was great. Really, really good. I've got the bill here, which I have settled up. So the steak, like I say, £14, chips £4, green salad £3.50, béarnaise sauce was £1, 12% service charge, but the service there was absolutely great, really friendly people. In fact, one of the servers who was wondering what I was up to has taken my YouTube details and is going to check me out. So, you know, might have even got another subscriber out of it. Total, £25.41 for a steak dinner in London. With a free ice cream, let's not forget as well. So that was a brown butter and vanilla ice cream with a little dusting of chocolate on top, you know, like you get on a cappuccino. Oh, what a delicious ice cream. And it didn't cost a penny. Out of one of those Mr. Whippy type machines, you know, where you just turn the handle on. Really tasty. Really, really tasty. Do you know what? Obviously, we have a scoring system on the channel now. It's out of 5. I can't give that anything but a 5. Green light from Greeno? Oh yes, absolutely. Now I'm sure, being a chain, all the others are going to be of a similar quality. Central London, to get a steak, chips and salad of that quality for that price is exceptional. I highly, highly recommend, if you like a steak, get down Flatiron. It really is that good. Nothing more I can say really, is there? Almost lost for words. Almost. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video of my trip to Flatiron, don't forget, click a thumbs up on there for me, it does help with the channel. And if you'd like to subscribe, you know I'm always very, very grateful. Right, where next? You'll have to find out on the next one, won't you? Bye for now.